everyone! Welcome to today's quick Laravel fix. We're tackling a very common error message. For each argument must be of type array object. This error can be quite frustrating, but don't worry, it's usually simple to solve once you understand why it happens. In simple terms, your for each loop is expecting to iterate over a collection of items, like an array or a Laravel collection object, but it's receiving something else entirely, often null, a single string, an integer, or even a boolean. The for each statement needs something it can step through one item at a time, and if it gets something that isn't iterable, it throws this error. The primary reason for this error is that the variable you are trying to loop through is not an array or a traversable object. This often happens when a database query, a function call, or an API response returns null or a single value instead of a collection of results. For instance, if you're using an Eloquent query and expecting get, which returns a collection, but you accidentally used first, which returns a single model or null, then trying to for each over that null value will cause this exact error. One of the most straightforward solutions is to implement a check before your for each loop. You can use a simple if statement to ensure your variable actually contains data and is not null or empty. For example, if $items, we'll check if $items is not null, not an empty string, not 0, and not an empty array. A more explicit check could be if $items equals null. Laravel also offers a very useful empty helper function. You can write if empty $items before your loop to ensure it only runs when $items has content. This prevents the for each from even attempting to iterate if there's nothing there. Another robust Laravel-specific solution involves using the optional helper. If your variable $items might be null, you can use optional $items-each instead of a direct for each loop. The optional helper will gracefully stop the chain if $items is null, preventing the error. Similarly, you can ensure your data is always a collection by casting it. Using for each, collect $items as $item will transform $items into a Laravel collection. Even if $items is null, collect null returns an empty collection, which for each can safely iterate over without throwing an error, effectively making your loop do nothing if there's no data. A final, very concise way to handle potential null values is using the null coalescing operator. You can write for each $items as $item. This line means if $items is null, it will default to an empty array instead. An empty array is perfectly safe for each to iterate over, it just won't execute the loop body, which is usually the desired behavior when no items are found. Always double-check your data source and the method you're using to retrieve data to ensure it aligns with what your for each loop expects. These simple checks and Laravel helpers will resolve the vast majority of for each argument must be of type array object errors you encounter. Remember to anticipate what your variables might hold, especially when dealing with data that could be missing or partially returned. I hope this video helps you fix your Laravel projects quickly and efficiently. If this explanation was helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have any other solutions or questions about this error. Sharing this video with your developer friends would be great, and please consider subscribing for more helpful Laravel tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.